Hi, us again. Kyra, Derek. We're doing round two of this one because my pretend patient over here was a real jerk the last round, so we're gonna try it again. I'm gonna pull up. Don't be such a jerk. I'm gonna pull up the Word document with all of our information for John, and we're gonna get started. And he's gonna go easier on me. John, hi, I'm Kyra.
How's it going?
Oh, it's going quite well. How are you this
Oh,
afternoon?
not too bad. Just had a
Good.
meeting with my doctor.
Yeah, Dr. Cullen, he
Yeah.
briefly told me a little bit about what's going on with you. Did he tell you about who I am or what I do in this clinic?
Oh, a little bit. He said he wanted me to talk to you about my drinking a little bit, maybe.
Yes, totally. So, what I do, I'm a behavioral health professional, which means that I help people with issues that are going on find appropriate lifestyle changes to make their lives better.
Okay.
So, tell me a little bit about your drinking.
My drinking?
Hmm.
Oh, I mean, it's not too big of a deal. I mean, I drink maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6 beers an evening.
Sure. So, 4 or 5, maybe 6 beers in an evening. How many evenings out of the week do you do that?
Pretty much most of them. I mean, it's kind
Okay.
of the my evening routine. I might have one night in the evening, or I might have a couple more.
Gotcha. So if we split the difference and we say 5 a night, are you comfortable with that?
Yeah,
So
all
that's
right.
about 35 beers in a week.
Ooh.
Have you thought about it that way?
Not really, but I mean, that still doesn't seem like too many. I mean, I know guys who drink a case of beer in a night sometimes.
True. I mean, it is Alaska.
Yeah.
So
So,
Dr. Cullen also mentioned that you're having some problems with your liver. Can you tell me a little bit about that? Because he made it seem like it was a big deal, didn't he?
well, yeah, he sounded like it was pretty serious. I mean, I've had liver, like, I've heard side pain before, and he says that's probably what it was before, but it went away. But he made it sound like I should maybe take it kind of seriously. I don't know.
Did he talk to you a little bit about bilirubin?
Just that it's kind of an indicator that my liver's having some trouble.
Yeah. Did he tell you maybe why?
Why my liver's having trouble?
Mhm.
He said maybe the beer was not
Yeah,
helping, but I mean, it's beer though. I mean,
sure.
usually I think of like liquor, like hard alcohol, like whiskey and stuff, having more of an impact on your liver.
I get it. So, with a high bilirubin count, that indicates that your liver is having a hard time processing all the toxins that are in your bloodstream, and alcohol is a toxin.
Hmm.
So, if we look at the rest of your lab work and we see that everything else is going okay, it's a pretty good indicator that maybe your drinking is affecting your body.
Well, why would it be doing that now though? Like, it's not that much beer; it's just a little bit
Sure.
of alcohol.
One of the unfortunate parts about getting a little bit older, and I say this as somebody who's like the same age, I don't know about you, John, but man, I just can't handle my alcohol the way that I used to when I was like
Yeah,
21.
that's fair. Yeah, I can't do that either.
No, me neither. It's hard on your body, it's hard on your
That
system.
next day is a lot harder.
Oh, phew, yes. So I also know from looking at your chart that you aren't 100% here on your own free will.
No, I kind of got sent in to do a P test the other day for work.
Hmm.
The doctors did some blood work on me because I was complaining about
Hurting.
my side pain and stuff. So yeah, that's kind of the thing.
So is it a routine P test or did something happen?
Well, there was a beer can got found at work. It was kind of hidden behind some equipment stuff, and they sent all of us in for a piss test, just because they don't know who did it, and so they sent everybody just kind of general practice.
Got it. How'd your piss test go?
Oh, fine. I didn't,
Good.
didn't have anything in my system, so
Good. I'm happy to hear
yeah, no,
that.
that was great. I didn't have any worries.
So you passed the piss test, but I'm hearing that your bilirubin count is high, which indicates your body isn't processing the alcohol as easily or as thoroughly as it once did, and it might be causing your pain.
Yeah, I suppose that could be it. Sounds like this kind of the story from the doctors.
Yeah. I have a 10 question assessment. It's called the audit. It's all about drinking. Would you be willing to do that with me right now?
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, it was kind of supposed to tell you.
It's supposed to tell you if maybe your drinking is becoming an issue.
Oh,
What do you think?
yeah, sure, you can do that.
Okay. And through the magic of Zoom, John, I'm looking at your audit results and you scored a 15. So, can I tell you a little bit about what that means?
Sure. Yeah. What does that mean?
Okay, because I could see in your eyes like 15 out of 100.
Yeah.
So, a score of 15 indicates alcohol dependence,
Oh, really?
really. And there are a
How
couple,
bad?
well, bad enough that it makes me worry for you and your health.
Oh,
In particular, some of the items that you checked as yes. How often do you drink? 6 or more drinks on one occasion. You checked daily or almost daily. And the other one that you checked was all the way at the bottom. Have you or someone else been injured as a result of your drinking? And you said yes during the past year.
hmm.
So there are a couple of things on that audit that really give me pause.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about your scores?
I don't know. I guess I didn't really see it as a problem before. I mean, I used to do a lot worse stuff. I mean, I don't really see beer as being really a bad habit or anything that you should really worry about too much unless you're drinking like a case a night or something like that.
Sure. So you said it wasn't as bad as what I was doing before. Can you tell me a little bit about what you were doing before?
Oh, I mean, I years ago when I was a commercial fisherman, I mean, I did some meth and some coke and
Sure.
a lot of hard alcohol stuff like that.
Fish and lifestyle.
Yeah, pretty much. But I mean, I cut all that out years ago, and so now it's just beer. I just didn't think having a few beers here and there would be that big of a deal.
So it seems like I'm hearing that there's a divide for you of how you think about drinking beer as opposed to all of this other stuff with the coke and the meth and the hard liquor. That
Oh
those
yeah,
are
that
two
stuff's,
separate camps.
that stuff will kill you.
Your drinking's hurting your body though.
Yeah, sounds kind of like it.
You know, one of the things that I'm a fan of is the concept of risk reduction, especially when we're talking about problematic drinking.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're saying you're drinking 5-ish beers a night, what would it be like to move that number back to 3 beers a night? What would that be like for you?
I suppose it wouldn't be too big of a deal. Probably, I just like to have something I'm drinking it in the evenings. I mean, I suppose if I could find something else to drink instead, that would still be nice.
Let's find something else. What sounds good?
I don't know. I've always drank beer. Like, water just doesn't sound great.
What about, and I know how a lot of people feel about this, what about near beer?
Near beer? I've never had it.
Near beer.
Is it any good?
I'm not a fan of beer, so I would not be the best
Yeah,
person
probably.
to ask about that.
No,
But
we could try it, I guess. Yeah.
when we're talking about risk reduction, near beer is less of a risk than beer.
Sure, yeah. I've never heard great things about it, but I mean, everybody who has to drink it wishes they were drinking beer. So I don't know. I'll try it out.
Hey, it's worth a shot.
Yeah.
So maybe that's one of our first goals.
Okay.
Here's my other question for you, John, and this one's kind of a little bit more serious. Do you think your drinking's becoming a problem?
No, I mean, I suppose health-wise, a little bit it is. So I mean, that's why I want to try the near beer.
Yeah.
But aside from that, it hasn't really been. I mean, I'm about to get my license back and stuff like that. So I mean, my wife doesn't seem to have a problem with it or anything.
Does anybody else in your life have a problem with your drinking?
My doctor seems to.
Yeah, Dr. Cullen seems to have an issue with it.
But other than that, I mean, nobody's really talked to me about it.
Would you be open to somebody in your social circle talking to you about it?
I don't know. I mean, if somebody thought so, I wish they would come and say something to me. I'd like to hear that, I suppose.
You know, John, my experience is a lot of people are really scared to have big, serious conversations with people that they love.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's part of it.
Maybe.
Maybe.
How do you get somebody to talk to you about that kind of thing? If that is a problem for them.
I really recommend asking people this question. Hey, I have feelings about your drinking. Can we talk about it?
Oh.
What do you think? Can you do that one?
Well, ask if they have problems with my drinking?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, do you have any problems with my drinking? In a non-defensive way.
Could try, I suppose. I mean, I don't really know how to go about that, but
That's fine. I think my next question for you is what would it be like for you to engage in some form of a support group
you mean like AA?
or an online one?
I don't know.
I know one of the big problems of a small town is our AA group. It's a small town.
They might be all my best friends. I
It
don't know.
might be. You never know. And if that seems a bit too intimidating for you, what would it be like to engage in an online sport group?
Oh, what do
John,
they?
who's going easy on me for the sake of my homework. John, what would it be like to engage in an online sport group?
I suppose we could try it out.
Oh, that
I
sounds
mean,
lovely. Thank you,
what
John.
kind of things do they do?
A couple different things. So you'll be able to work with mentors who have been in this situation before. You'll be able to talk to others. There's support and help available 24/7, especially online. I think it would be a good option
Hmm.
for you.
Am I going to be talking to a bunch of people that are doing the same thing? Because like I said, I
Mhm.
don't think I've like usually when I think of somebody doing something like that, they've just gotten a huge crash and killed somebody or
Sure.
something awful like that. Like I haven't done that at this point. I mean, are
No.
they still going to be easy to work with and stuff?
Yes, of course.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess I could try that out.
Okay, so let's do that. So far we've got some risk reduction stuff going from 5 to 6 drinks a night to 3 to 4, filling in with near beer as an option, reaching out to an online support group, and maybe having some hard conversations with your loved ones. What do you think about all those things?
I mean, I'm not super excited about the last one, but I suppose we can
You
give it a
know,
try.
if you aren't super excited about that one, we can take that one off the docket. That's fine.
I give it a try if maybe I get some pointers on how to get started.
Sure, you bet. So let's do this for now. Let's focus on the first two that we talked about, which is support group and risk reduction. I would really like to give you a call once a week just to check in and see how this is going. Is that something that's okay?
I suppose we can do that.
Okay. Well, I think that's all I got for you, John.
Okay.
Thank you. This was a really hard session, and I'm so pleased that we're done, John.
Yeah, well,
and I
I'm
hope I never ever see you again, John. Goodbye.